Alrighty, hello everyone. Today we're going to be talking about caffeine. I have received a few questions about this, so let's go ahead and clear the air, get down to it. What is caffeine? Caffeine is a CNS stimulant, central nervous system. So think about the brain, think about cognitive function. Okay, so it's going to help with your alertness. It's going to help you if you're feeling fatigued, especially if you're sleepy. It's going to help you feel more awake, more alert, more vigilant. Let's see what else we have on here. Your reaction time, your ability to perform. That's what ergogenic means, improve physical performance, okay? So that's gonna be the brain side. Let's talk about some of the exercise. It's gonna help with endurance exercise. So if you're a strength athlete, if you're gonna do 1 rep maxes, squat, benching, maybe a discus throw, this is probably not gonna be the most beneficial for you. However, maybe in your training, in your sub-maximal rep range, it's gonna help you get a few more reps. It's also gonna help you maybe with your pain tolerance. You're not gonna feel like it's gonna be that painful when you're pushing your body. That's what we call RPE, or your rated perceived exertion. That's gonna help with about 5% according to some studies. But actual endurance training, it's gonna reduce your time to exhaustion about 10 to 20%. So you're gonna be able to go harder longer at about 85% of your VO2 max. When it comes to 70 to 75% of your max, it's gonna be about 15 to 2 hours, 15 minutes to 2 hours. When you're going 100%, it's gonna only be about 1 to 5 minutes. So that is gonna be the most of the benefits of caffeine. Now let's talk about some of the disadvantages. Especially at the higher doses, you're gonna run into more risk and more trouble. Think GI upsetness, kind of tummy ache, stomach's not feeling so hot, nervousness, inability to focus, mental confusion, restlessness, inability to sleep. Though it's all gonna happen with those higher doses of caffeine. It's also very important to hydrate when you are taking this supplement or this drug, caffeine, because it's gonna kind of downplay your thermal regulation, especially if you're an athlete working outside in the sun. You're gonna sweat, and if you're not properly hydrated, it's gonna mess with your thermal regulation. So definitely be careful with that. And withdrawal, since caffeine is a drug, and most people take it every day, once you stop, you might have some of those symptoms, irregular heartbeat, insomnia, just not a good time. So be careful. That is the main portion of the disadvantages. Who should use this? We already talked about endurance athletes. If you're trying to improve your training, maybe you're trying to make your workouts suck a little less, power through it, I think that is going to be a great choice for you. However, if it's right before an event that you're doing and you're just going to be doing 1 rep maxes or bouts of exercise that last less than 90 seconds, maybe not for you. NCAA athletes, we have to be careful because it is banned. You cannot have more than 15 micrograms per milliliter. What does that mean? What that means for us is you cannot have more than 500 milligrams 2 to 3 hours before competition or before you're getting tested. That's gonna be about 6 to 8 cups of coffee for most individuals. That's a lot. So you're probably not gonna run into that problem. Watch your caffeine consumption. You know how much you're taking in. If you're drinking Red Bulls, Bangs, energy drinks, look at the label, and just be mindful of that. For my D1 basketball players, or for really anyone who's gonna take this 2 to 6 milligrams is gonna be the prescription. 2 to 3 milligrams per kilogram of body weight. So however much you weigh in kilograms, multiply that by 2. I weigh about 80 kilograms, so I would start off with 160 milligrams of caffeine and then work my way up to see if I feel it more, if I have better workouts, but also be aware of the side effects that are not so fun. And that is my little lesson on caffeine. Hope you learned something. Take care.